Gary Danielson. Just your thoughts on Ryan Walters and the hire that
Sure.
Purdue made in the offseason.
Yeah, I've known Ryan a while. He's worked under some really good football coaches. He's got a great reputation. He's got a dynamic personality. All of us that covered him as a defensive coordinator, as a coach, knew that one day he'd get a great opportunity, and this is a great opportunity at Purdue. It's not an easy job. We all know that. It takes a personality, it takes vision, it takes hard work to recruit the players, and now with the transfer portal. But I do think he's on the right path, bringing in Graham Harrell to continue the tradition of the passing game. Going into the transfer portal, I think that's helped him at quarterback, bringing in veteran players, just like Aiden O'Connell had a good year as an older player. I think it's smart to get an experienced quarterback in there. So I think Ryan has a chance. Again, it's not an easy job. It's, tough competition. Purdue has to work extra hard, but I think also what we've learned in the past 3, 4, 5 years is there's a commitment to football at Purdue. They're willing to pay the price for the right coach, and hopefully this will be the right one.
What's it like to, be part of the Big Ten again for you?
It's hard to really explain. This will be my 34th year. Kind of dreamed of being a Big Ten quarterback. When I was coming out, the epitome of being a Big Ten quarterback was being a Purdue quarterback. Bob Greasy and Mike Phipps had just, led the Big Ten and basically were the story of college football as quarterbacks. That's what I wanted to be. For whatever reasons, that didn't quite happen to me at that time. A lot of it my own fault, but I learned a lot. Have raised a great family that has roots at Purdue. I would never change anything. But to be able at this point, this will be my 34th year, to come back to the Big Ten and do it, to finish off my career, pretty lucky guy. That's the best way to put it.
When was the last time you were in Ross-Ade Stadium?
I don't remember, but I would assume it was the 2005, 2006 season. I've done over 500 games, and I know and I always put it in there, of my top 10 games, the Purdue game with Drew threw the interception against Ohio State. I think it was Michael Doss who intercepted it. I think he was just trying to throw the ball away late in the game. Looked like, the legacy of Drew taking Purdue to the Rose Bowl was finished. I remember Drew making the tackle there right near the goal line, and then he came back, threw the long touchdown pass. It's one of the most thrilling finishes, knowing what was at stake for Drew's career and what he had just accomplished. It's one of the best memories I have.
You played with some great players at Purdue.
Yeah.
And a couple passed away recently. Can you talk about Otis Armstrong, Dave Butts, guys like that?
So we were all in the same freshman class, and that's kind of what you learn about, success attracts talent. And at that time when I was coming out, that preseason preview, Sports Illustrated, Purdue was 1 or 2 in the country. They had just had success with Mike beating Notre Dame year after year, one of the few games that were on TV, and that was a special class. I'm coming out of Michigan. I could have gone wherever I wanted to go. I chose Purdue. And there were 4 other all-state good quarterbacks: Chuck Peeves, Rick Sayers, Tim Rackey, Ted Golombeski. All state quarterbacks. They all wanted to do the same thing I was doing, but we had, NFL players, and we knew it, with Darryl Stingley and Otis Armstrong and Dave Butts, Greg Bingham. We were all freshmen together. We all were ineligible our freshman year. So it was a stacked team, but just didn't quite happen for us.